riots and violence in the country's capital, Delhi, in the year 2020.
छतों से जो है पुलिस के ऊपर पत्थर फेंक रहे हैं। दो दिन से इसी तरीके की तस्वीरें पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट में देखने को मिल रही है।
Violence erupts again in the year 2022 in Delhi's Jahangirpuri. In the year 2021, the nation's atmosphere was spoiled in the name of hijab. In the case of statement on the Prophet, in the year 2022, people were killed from Udaipur to Amravati. June 2022, violence in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. Paying money for the Shaheen Bagh protest against CAA NRC in the year 2019-2020. July 2012, riots and violence in Assam. "27 political murders and 86 attempted murders in Kerala. Professors hand-chopped off in Kerala in 2010 to convert India into an Islamic country alongside ISIS and Al-Qaeda. An organization, PFI, or the Popular Front of India, has allegedly been actively involved in all of these occurrences. The list of allegations on PFI is very long. These include murder, riots, violence, brainwash of Muslims, recruitment of youth in ISIS, terror funding, raising money from Hawala, running jihadi school in Madarsa, kidnapping, giving terrorist training, making bomb weapons, raising anti-national slogans. And now, its newest goal which has come to light is that by 2047, India should be a Muslim nation. But today's significant accusation against PFI were not made overnight. Rather, they had been planned for years, and you have to go back 15 years to learn this. Although PFI was formally established on February 22, 2006, its establishment was officially disclosed on February 17, 2017. It was created through the union of 3 organizations. These organizations were National Democratic Front, Karnataka Forum of Dignity, and Manitha Niti Pasarai. These 3 organizations were already working in 3 southern states of Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. But in these 3 organizations, the most interesting information comes out of the National Democratic Front. This organization was established precisely 2 years after the Babri Masjid was destroyed in 1992. The National Democratic Front gradually grew stronger in Kerala after its foundation in 1994. In 2003, NDF activists were arrested for the murder of 8 Hindus at Marad Beach in Kozhikode, Kerala. The National Democratic Front was charged with engaging in communal activities even before PFI was founded. The banned terrorist group SIMI, also known as Students Islamic Movement of India, in India has been linked to PFI. The assertion even stated that PFI was established after SIMI was outlawed and it served as SIMI's front face. You must be familiar with SIMI and PFI's founding members in order to comprehend this. These are Nasiruddin Ilamaram, E.M. Abdul Rahman, E. Abu Bakr, and Professor P. Koya. All 4 were the founding members of PFI. Of these 4 members, 2 professors, P. Koya and E. Abu Bakr, were among the founding members of SIMI. E.M. Abdul Rahman has worked on a very senior post in SIMI. Apart from this, Abul Hamid, the State Secretary of PFI, had also been the Secretary of SIMI. That is to say, those who were once affiliated with SIMI did not just found PFI. They also remain continually affiliated with it. Security organizations assert that PFI, the updated version of SIMI, and SIMI are simply 2 sides of the same coin. Security organizations claim that PFI has more than 15,000 members and has grown to 16 states across the nation. But PFI claims on its official website that the organization is spread in 23 states and more than 1.5 lakh people are its members. Today, PFI is working through its different units across the country. In this, National Women's Front, that is NWF, Campus Front of India, that is CFI, Social Democratic Party of India, that is SDPI, All India Imam Council, that is AIIC, are working. The student branch of the Campus Front of India is called the National Women's Front, unlike SDPI, which operates on the political front. In other words, this organization functions similarly to any political party in the same way that madrasa instructors and imams come to the All India Imam Council. Looking at this chart, it is clear that PFI is working in an organized manner to connect the people of different age, gender, and society with itself. The headquarters of PFI was earlier in Kozhikode, Kerala, but was later shifted to Delhi. The picture you are seeing right now is of Omar Salam, who is the president of PFI, while the second picture is of E.M. Abdul Rahman, who is the vice president of PFI. According to security agencies, the states where PFI is present are: in the south are Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Goa. In the west are Maharashtra and Rajasthan, while in the east are Assam, Manipur, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. Apart from this, there is Uttar Pradesh and Delhi in the north, and Madhya Pradesh in central India where PFI is present. This graphic makes it obvious that PFI has completely taken over South India and is progressively making its way throughout the entire nation. This map makes it obvious that PFI is now widespread throughout the nation's major states, which is concerning. PFI, which was previously solely well established in South India, is now rapidly spreading throughout North India. And this is the biggest concern for the security agencies. It's noteworthy that PFI members lack identification cards, making it incredibly challenging to spot PFI sympathizers in the crowd. When the security agency apprehends such individuals, the connection to the PFI is made during questioning. PFI has developed a way of connecting to people which is very different. PFI works according to its own structure. To understand how the structure works, take a look at this chart carefully. At the top is the National General Assembly, followed by a committee at the state level. Below the district is the division, which has more than 2 districts in it. After that, on the district level, there's an organization that has 3 to 10 divisions. Below districts have a division which has 3 to 10 areas in it. Below the division, there is an area that has 3 to 10 units under it. And at the lowest, there is a unit which has 20 members. It is clear that PFI is spreading its net slowly across the country in a very well-planned manner. By hiding the identity of the people on the one hand, its members are becoming part of the mob. And on the other hand, this organization is spreading all over the country by forming a group. In the last 15 years, the name of PFI has been associated with many heinous crimes, from conspiracy to riots across the country, to killing, to involvement in anti-national activities. Allegations of complicity with terrorists have been accusing PFI. Be it an allegation of cutting off the hand of a professor in Kerala, or murder of a BJP Yuva Morcha worker in Karnataka, violence in Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh, or a communal riot in Khargone in Madhya Pradesh, violence in Karoli in Rajasthan, or the beheading of Tailor Kanhaiya Lal in Udaipur. Be it the murder of chemist Umesh Prahlad Rao Kolhe in Amravati, or the murder of a Bajrang Dal worker in Shivamogga, Karnataka, violence in Dorang in Assam, or murder of RSS worker in Bengaluru. The name of PFI has been coming up time and again in all these cases, be it the sit-in protests against CAA and NRC in Delhi, or the violence in Jahangirpuri, Delhi. PFI has a very lengthy history of wrongdoings. As this organization is getting older, accusations of committing even more terrible atrocities begins to surface. Before reviewing the entire PFI crime table, let's take a closer look at a few particularly unsettling cases from this year. You're currently seeing a video of a rally that PFI held on May 21 in Alappuzha, Kerala. The rally slogan was "Save the Republic." However, a little boy has frequently shouted varied chants during this demonstration, sometimes threatening to convert India to Islam by killing Hindus and Christians, and other times daring people to prostrate in the Babri and Gyanvapi monuments. The juvenile wants to say, Christians should preserve incense for their funeral rituals, whereas Hindus should keep rice for theirs. If you stay appropriately, you are welcome to remain on our land. But if you are unable to do so, then we know how to take our independence. Live with decency and let us live with decency. The child further said, we will definitely perform sajda in both Babri Masjid and Gyanvapi Masjid one day. You Sanghis should understand this thing properly. At the same time, he's saying that neither we will go to Pakistan nor Bangladesh. We will be buried in 6 feet of the land of this country. But Sanghis, you must remember that we will destroy you before we die. So after all, who taught this boy to say this slogan? That is the real character of PFI. The slogan of this child reflects the entire thinking of PFI. Today, PFI is working on a very dangerous mission in India. Under this, the goal is to make India a Muslim country by 2047 through bloodshed and violence, and it was also revealed this year. First, you heard the objectionable slogan of a minor child in Kerala in which he's saying that India is the country of Muslims. Now let's go to Patna, 2,500 km from Kerala. Terrorist Training Center has been exposed under the guise of PFI in Bihar's capital Patna in July. Police have arrested 2 suspected terrorists in the raid. The documents recovered from the possession of the terrorists were very shocking. These documents have exposed the conspiracy to make India an Islamic nation by the year 2047. For this, Muslim youth were being trained to use arms, spread religious hysteria, and incite violence. It is to believe that the remark made by the young Kerala boy against Hindus and Patna's revelation of a Muslim nation's plot against India by 2047 are both connected. It is impossible to consider these 2 things apart. Previously been informed that PFI operates in 16 states across the nation in an organized manner, according to security officials, meaning that a highly harmful way of thinking is gradually becoming prevalent throughout the nation. To understand this more closely, we analyze the trail of murders related to Nupur Sharma case. The first case was the murder of a tailor in Rajasthan's Udaipur. The arrested killers are alleged to have links with PFI. In the Umesh Kolhe murder case in Amravati, 740 km from Udaipur, a Maulvi, Mushfiq Ahmad, one of the accused, is being associated with PFI in Amravati. Irfan Sheikh, the alleged mastermind of Umesh Kolhe's murder, believed in the words of Maulvi Mushfiq Ahmad. Similarly, the connection of Khadim Gauhar Chishti of Ajmer Dargah, who raised slogans of Sar Tan Se Juda in Ajmer, 280 kilometers from Udaipur, also came to the fore. The manner in which an attempt was made to destabilize the atmosphere in the country and one after the other was murdered in a planned manner, as well as the way that the connection between PFI and all of the murders or threats of murders came to light after Nupur Sharma's statement is a major cause of concern for the country. It is not that for the first time a conspiracy is being hatched by PFI to spoil the atmosphere in the country. Now watch these 2 videos. Both of them are from the country's capital, Delhi. The first video is of 2020 and the second video is of 2022. There have been 2 major incidents of violence in Delhi in the last 2 years only. There is currently another instance in which an effort was made to poison the national atmosphere, and that was the debate over the hijab. At the time of the hijab debate in Karnataka, 2 organizations by the names of Campus Front of India and Popular Front of India gained notoriety. These 2 organizations have inspired young people and the youth. Check out the charge sheet of some more serious offenses of the last 15 years of PFI. In 2010, people affiliated with the radical organization Popular Front of India attacked Professor T.J. Joseph of Newman College in Kerala's Idukki district on July 4th and amputated his right hand. In this case, the Special Court of the National Investigation Agency (NIA) sentenced 10 convicts to 8 years in jail. In the year 2010, Kerala police recovered a large number of bombs, other weapons and many documents and CDs related to Taliban and Al-Qaeda from people associated with PFI. In the year 2011, 2 students from SBRR Mahajan College located in Mysore, Karnataka were kidnapped for ransom and were murdered later. Allegations were made on Karnataka Forum of Dignity, which was already merged with PFI. In 2012, the Kerala government told the Kerala High Court that the PFI was involved in the murder of 27 people and attempted murder on 86 people. Apart from this, there are more than 100 communal cases registered against them in the state. The Kerala government also said in the court that PFI is nothing but a new form of the banned organization, Students Islamic Movement of India, SIMI. In 2012, the PFI was accused of killing a local leader of the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad. Horrific riots took place in Assam in months of July and August in 2012. These riots took place between the local Bodo community and Muslims. Under this, thousands of messages were sent against the North Indians. The result was that the North Indians living in South India had to leave some areas. It was alleged that these messages were sent by Harkat-ul-Jihad al and PFI. However, PFI has been denying this. In the year 2013, the Kerala police conducted raids at different places and arrested 21 people associated with the PFI. During this, a large number of objectionable documents, bombs, and things used to make bombs were acquired. During a PFI rally in the year 2015, PFI activists attacked 3 people riding bikes and one of them, Vishwanath Shetty, died. In 2016, a special NIA court in Kochi convicted 21 PFI activists for conducting arms and explosives training at Narat in Kannur district of Kerala, and many were punished. In the year 2016, 35-year-old RSS worker R. Rudresh was murdered. A significant PFI-related disclosure occurred in 2017 when the Kerala police detained a large number of ISIS supporters who were also connected to PFI. This led to the identification of a link between PFI and ISIS. The role of PFI in the Love Jihad case also came to light during the investigation by the Kerala police in the year 2017. The name of PFI's political wing SDPI surfaced in the Bengaluru riots and violence in August 2020. Similar to this, in September 2021, PFI's involvement in the unrest in Assam's Darang area came to light. There were 2 fatalities in this. In July 2022, 4 PFI workers in Nizamabad were booked under UAPA for their involvement in anti-national activities. This indicates that the years have changed and the PFI's charge sheet has grown. The murder served as the catalyst for a series of violent and terrorist incidents around the nation. It is very important to understand how a small organization has become so big and dangerous in just a few years. Additionally, this group has distinctive clothing. Every year, on August 15, PFI hosts the Freedom Parade. as PFI's outfit features stars and badges that are identical to those on police uniforms, the Kerala government prohibited this procession in 2013. The modus operandi of PFI is very different from other organizations. 3 leaders of the Islamist group PFI were detained by the Telangana police in Nizamabad district in July of this year. They were conducting a camp where they were indoctrinating Muslim youth into becoming extremists by teaching them how to handle firearms. In 2017, a sting operation took place in which a big disclosure was made about conversion. In this sting operation, PFI's Mahila Morcha chief Zenba AS confessed that she had converted 5,000 Hindus and Christians to Islam under the guise of religious education. A media outlet made another significant PFI-related disclosure in the year 2017. An undercover operation was carried out, and Ahmad Sharif, one of the PFI's founding members, admitted that his goal was to turn India into an Islamic state. In the undercover operation, he made it quite apparent that not just India but the entire world needed to become an Islamic state. But India will be created first, followed by the creation of the other nations. In this undercover operation, it was acknowledged that PFI receives funding from Middle Eastern nations via the Hawala system. It is clear that PFI is running a school of radicalism in a very organized manner. PFI describes itself as a social organization and talks about helping people. But the revelations that have been made so far makes it clear that with the help of different organizations, PFI is engaged in spreading violence and instability in the country. PFI Student Wing, Women's Wing, Imam Wing cater to students and women at different levels and is accused of brainwashing youth, converting people and spreading rumors through social media. PFI seeks assistance from charitable trusts, coaching institutes and madrasas for this, in which nothing can be seen from the front, but its nefarious plot can be seen clearly from the back. So far, hundreds of activists of PFI have been arrested for committing serious crimes and many have been punished. PFI continues to raise money to carry out its work. There are 2 important ways to raise money for this. First, taking money from common people through zakat. Second, raising illegal money from Gulf countries through Hawala. PFI raises money through its various charitable trusts. Evidence of money coming from Saudi Arabia was found in the account of Rehab India Foundation, which is a charitable trust of PFI. ED froze all its accounts. Apart from this, evidence of taking money from Saudi Arabia has also been found in PFI's newspaper Tejas. In 2018, people associated with PFI met Turkey's NGO Foundation for Human Rights and Freedom and Humanitarian Relief. The name of this NGO is associated with Al-Qaeda. This NGO is accused of providing weapons to jihadists in Syria and Libya. In this meeting, Taslim Rahmani, E.M. Abdul Rahman, Professor P. Koya also joined. Based on this funding, PFI is making slow progress. Now, in addition to NIA, ED is also persistently pursuing action against it. The source, the bank accounts where PFI's earnings are kept, is regularly monitored by ED. In December 2020, ED raided 26 locations of PFI. These raids were carried out in many parts of the country, including Delhi, over the role of PFI in the anti-CAA protests of 2019. In 2021, the ED had accused PFI in the court of collecting funds for terror camps in Kerala. During the investigation, it was revealed that these funds were used for terror-related activities and was done to disturb the social harmony. Following this, the Income Tax Department also took action against PFI in July 2021, cancelling PFI's ATG registration due to a rule breach. In reality, Section 80G of the Income Tax Act gives taxpayers the opportunity to benefit from tax deductions by giving to specific relief organizations and charity organizations. Apart from this, since the time the PFI was formed, the NIA and the police of different states have been engaged in investigation and actions against it. While hearing the case of hijab controversy in the same year, the Karnataka High Court has said that the CFI and organizations like PFI have brainwashed the students. In the same year, the Kerala High Court stated during a hearing that SDPI and PFI are unquestionably extremist groups involved in significant acts of violence but are not banned groups. In other words, the court likewise believes that PFI should be outlawed since it is not in the national interest. From time to time, ban PFI, PFI ban hashtags have been trending in the country. PFI is now prohibited in just one state, Jharkhand. In addition, various states including UP, Assam and Kerala have consistently urged the federal government to outlaw PFI. Because of how PFI has structured its operations over the past 15 years, a state-by-state ban will not be effective. Instead, a local prohibition similar to SIMI will be required. Although SIMI has been outlawed in India, the truth is that it is still operating under the cover of PFI, and the only way to stop it is to outlaw PFI.